How to start a profitable goat farming. First of all, we have to do a research and planning. So this is a situation whereby you understand the basics of goat farming, different breeds, their requirements and potential challenges. Develop a detailed business plan outlining your goals, budgets and marketing strategies. So the second aspect is you have to choosing the right breed. Selecting a breed that suits your goals, your climate, that's the country and the state you're planning on starting your goat farm and the resources that you have. You have to consider these factors such as whether you're going to meat production or milk production. And also you have to consider the disease resistance and adaptability in choosing your goat breed. So the next factor you have to look into is the housing and infrastructure. So building a sturdy and well ventilated shelter for the goats is very vital, and ensure adequate space, proper fencing and a clean environment. Separate spaces may be needed for different purposes like kidding or feeding. For instance, now when you're doing your construction of your housing and infrastructure of your goat house, there has to be like separate places. For instance, now there has to be places for the mothers, that's the goats, the female goats, and a place for the kids and a place for the buck too. So the next factor you have to look into is your feeding and nutrition. So this is developing a balanced diet for your goats based on their age and breed and purpose also. So you have to make a plan on how you're going to feed your goats. So this can be done through planting of grasses and forages. So example of grasses that we plant is the bracharia grass and also the alfalfa. So and also water is is highly needed in goat farming. So you have to provide clean water at all times, and you have to do supplemental feeding in case of the going kid and the weaned kid. And also there has to be a veterinarian that you have to have in contact with. It can be a weekly visit of a veterinarian to check the health of your goat. So because the health of a goat is very needed, it's very essential. You have to have a veterinarian that you can call at any time you need. So the next factor you have to look is healthcare. You have to establish a routine healthcare plan, including vaccinations, deworming, and disease prevention. Regularly monitor your goat for signs of illness and seek veterinary assistance when needed. So another factor you have to look at is your breeding management. So if breeding is a part of your plan, manage the breeding process carefully, keep track of breeding cycles, and ensure proper nutrition for pregnant goats and be prepared for kidding. So this is the money aspect. This is the factor we call the marketing and sales. So how do you develop a marketing strategy for your goat product, whether it is meat, milk, or other products? First of all, you have to build a network with local markets. Yeah, this is the immediate market around you, like the households, those who need it, and goat markets that are around you. So, and the other market is the restaurant, those people that butchers goat and sells at restaurants. So they need goats for their preparations for their meals. So you can go to them, market your product to them. So we also have the direct consumers. These are those that come to the farm directly. And there's what we call the online market. This can be through Facebook, it can be through Instagram, where you publish your markets, you advertise your market. And this is whereby you have to establish your online presence also. Another factor we have to look at is the record keeping. So you have to maintain a detailed records of your goats. You have to record the breeding date, the date your doe is being bred, the health history, and the transactions, the money you spend. There has to be detailed records on your finances of your finances, the expenses you've incurred on this goats operation, and also the record of your breeding, like the date you breeded these goats. You understand? The vaccination you've given them. So there has to be proper recording, and this will help you in tracking performance and making informed decisions. So I've made mention about this. This is the financial management aspect. So you have to keep track of every expenses you've incurred, that you've spent, every money you spent on your farm. You have to keep track of this. And when you're selling also, you have to keep track of it. That's keeping track of your profits. So evaluating this financial performance regularly to identify areas for improvement and expansion. So these are ways in starting a profitable farming. Thanks once again. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we look forward to providing you with educative videos. Thank you.